I think you can send the request or welcome back, guys. I'm just waiting for. Hey, it's going to be busy. I'm taking notes, guys. I hope you're taking notes because of it's going to be very, very busy. Grab some water. I was also fetching my charger. Someone says 10 and 20. Hey, you know, people out there. I'm going to. I'm waiting for Jackie to come on live. Okay, but meantime, okay. Shaya. This is the second live, by the way. I've already saved the first one. Let's wait for Jackie to join in, and then I just wanted to hear something. She said she knows that she's. I wanted to ask a few questions because of if she's aware, then it's going to get busy. What does it mean to dream of a treasure box? Like a treasure box. I'm not sure if you talk about like treasure, like we see treasure, like gold and everything like that. Hey, that means you are lucky, you are blessed. But it says that dream says to you, because I remember how they speak to us also. Yeah, they speak to us. So they speak to us through also dreams as well. So they are saying to you now that treasure box. So is it if it's closed? Why is it closed? You see what I'm saying? Why is it closed? That treasure box is closed. Why is it closed? That treasure box. If it's closed, it's a problem. It needs to be open. So you must fight that it must be open, that treasure box. These dreams are talking, and all the dreams are giving us clues. If it's closed, right, I've got a problem. But if it's open, it says you are very near. I like your energy because your aura is very bright. Eh? Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
There's something that I saw in your comments. Hi everyone, my name is Jackie Phamotse, for those who are asking. I saw in your comments people saying, what books do you read? For me right now, when it comes to spirituality and cults and learning about cults, I'm reading this book. It's a very big book. It's called The Kingdom of Occult. And then I've got also a African tradition book that teaches you about African culture and African traditions. It's a lot. It's just that now I can't see it. But I will post it on my Insta stories, right? Because this one was the closest one that I could see. It's a very, very thick book. It's about 900 pages. But to answer your question that you said, ask me if I know if I'm a shaman.
Yeah.
I know I am. Because, for an example, before I did that other live on Monday, on Monday during the day, I could feel something in the air, and this thing pressed me for a very long time. So that's why I was like, okay, I need to do this live and spread this message that's coming out of me. And you could see in the live that I'm a bit rattled, like I'm fighting something, So yes, I am able to, number one, dream. I am able to feel energy very quickly. And I'm able to see in people's eyes. For an example, when I talk to you, the first thing that I will always do is keep quiet. I will watch you for a while and look at what I see in your eye.
Yeah.
And if you start moving away from my eye connection, and you start stepping away, when you look into somebody's eyes and you watch them speak to you as if they're speaking to your soul, not the human in front of you. They're speaking
to your
through
spirit.
Yeah. Sometimes they become fearful to keep the connection because of what they carry.
Hey.
So when your
Yes.
souls are looking at each other and they don't connect, it's either, if your energy is of a high vibration, then the other
Yeah.
person, they will easily shrink and move away from you.
More than likely.
Yeah, they will shrink and move away, and they will start playing with their hands. They will look at their phone. They will look around as if they're ignoring you. They're not ignoring you. They fear and they reject what you're bringing because it's foreign to them, or it's overbearing, or it's too powerful. So when a person starts acting like that in my presence, already my inner energy tells me how to deal with them.
Sure.
So I will move closer to bring in what they're keeping away from me, to understand their source. So it's easier for me to discern if it's good energy or bad energy, or it's just lack of self-esteem. Because sometimes it's just lack of self-esteem. So people will say, I know a lot of people, when they meet me, they say, Jackie, you come across as very cold. You come across as very analytical. You come across as very quiet, but you're in my face, but I'm scared to say something. And I say, it's because what I have inside will feel like a wall, because I've learned to store my energy and keep it so high, so that when you come to me, you must be of the same transition, or magnetic transition. So that's why I always say that people, when you're not centered and you're not understanding of your vibration, it will be difficult for you to connect with people very quickly, and also to see through people, right? Because sometimes you will go into the world, if it's a meeting, or you go with friends, or you go to somebody's house, you go visit, and immediately when you get into that space, you feel your body change. But now when you're drunk, guys, you can't discern. You can't feel anything when you're drunk. You know, your equilibrium is off. You can't feel it. You need to be in your sober state to be able to discern energies. So, and you also need to be very conscious. You need to feel the wind around you. You need to feel the presence around you. And I'm not talking about the people you are visiting. The space you are walking into. The space you are walking into. So a lot of people, when they get to places, they're distracted by a lot of things. They look at this, they look at that, they're talking to this one, they're on their phone, they're playing headphones, they're distracted. To a point where when things happen, they didn't see the warning signs from the minute they got into the gate. They didn't see the warning signs. They're always there. They're always there. For an example, the warning signs for me is my feet. If I start feeling a tingle in my feet when I walk into a place, and I stand at the door or at the gate, I feel my feet burning. I know I have stepped on unholy ground. I know. And if I feel my gut starting to have butterflies, I know I am to face a different energy. It means it's coming to my soul. If you start feeling butterflies, and you're like, hey, I've got a tummy ache, I'm not sure, I was not sick, but now I feel sick, what's going on? It's because it's coming your direction. You need to be aware of the people that are coming towards you. There is one source of energy that will that will put you off course. Right?
And it's over.
And exactly. So when I start feeling that tingle in my tummy, and I feel like I've got butterflies, you know, when you start dating someone, you've got butterflies. If I
Mm-hmm.
get into a place and I feel butterflies, I know something is directed to me. I need
Yeah.
to be vigilant.
Yeah.
Another thing, I've got dreadlocks,
Yeah.
the crown,
Okay.
and nobody touches my hair. I've got one person who touches my hair. One. I
Yeah.
don't move from salon to salon. I don't move from one place to another with my hair. Because as soon as I sit down, you are at my center. You are on my shoulders. And if the back, the hair behind my back rises when you touch me,
Yeah.
then I know you carry something that is not of my spirit. So people, they 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 forget spaces and they forget energy around people. That when they take their heads to a salon, and today is Florence, tomorrow it's Palisa, tomorrow it's Megan, it's touching your head. You forget that they impart something in you. They deliver something in you. They deliver. And sometimes I would, for an example, I got stranded in KZN and I didn't have somebody to do my hair and I was in KZN. And somebody said, go to the salon. They do dreadlocks, they do African hair. Immediately when I sat down, I had a headache. And I'm like, hey, who's going to do my hair? And they're like, he's still busy, we'll do your hair now. I'm like, oh, that person cannot do my hair.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, he's very good, he's very good, he's very good. And I'm like, okay. I waited for about 15 minutes. And when this guy came, he looked at me and said, I can't do your hair. And I'm like, okay, let's not argue. It's fine. I left. When I left, I think 2 blocks away, there was another salon. I got in. And I saw it was ladies who were doing hair. And I said, unfortunately, for where I am going, a pregnant woman cannot do my hair.
Number one.
If you're on your period, you can't do my hair because where I am going, the energy is different. And it has nothing to do with me hating the person. I don't even know these people. I don't. But I know a pregnant woman is carrying a soul. And I don't want to bring my calling and my spirit into that soul, number one. Because I know what I carry. And it's very heavy for a lot of people. Number 2, a person who's on their period cannot touch my hair. Because when I leave my home, there are things that I say to my soul that cannot be tampered with. You understand? Because we know that when you're on your period, when you're on your period, you're unholy. You're not clean. Simple. The simple thing. And unfortunately, I ask. I bring them to a corner and say, with due respect, I'm a woman, you're a woman. I just want to know, are you on your period? If she lies, I will feel it in my gut. I will see it in her eyes that you just lied. And unfortunately, with women, when you're on your period, you become pale. Your skin becomes sort of dry. And your palms become very white as if you don't have blood. So it's easy to tell.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you are connected with who you are inside, and you meditate and you pray and you practice some kind of spirituality, when you go into these spaces, and because I was going to an event where I had to impart some information, I knew from the minute that I left home, I have to be pure all the time. Until I deliver this message. So it means I cannot have sex in the middle of that period, because what I have to say has to come in its purest form. I can't drink, I can't have sex, I can't be in a space. I can't. No, somebody who's on their period cannot touch my physical body, because that moment I need to be as pure as possible until I deliver what I need to deliver. Then I can resume and go back to my normal life. And people misunderstand spiritual callings. It's not that you are a healer or anything like that. It's you being connected to your source and being aligned with your destiny. Because if you know what your calling is, your destiny will be so clear and your path will be so clear that anything that comes, you will know, this is not the road I'm supposed to take. And you will feel it when you divert that. Today I made a mistake. I should have gone left, not right. And I should have stuck with this person until I arrive at my destination. So it's also one of the things why I don't keep friends. And you learn that over time. It's not a thing that just comes. You learn it over time, where you realize that your energy source, when it comes to friendship, has to be aligned. And I know it's very difficult to say this friend is good for me, that one is bad for me. It's very difficult to discern, especially when you don't know what your calling is inside.
It's not easy, yeah.
My calling is very specific. My calling is to see, to dream, to pass on. Whether I pass on what I saw and what I dreamt and what I felt in writing or in speech. But when the time for it to come out, it comes out and the world is shocked as if it's something new. The reason why people get shocked at what I say, it's because at that time it came out in its purest form. And to other people, it might sound like an attack because it comes straight to the person it's supposed to be going, whether I mention names or not. People become offended because the message was supposed to hit them. It was supposed to be a wake-up call. That's why they become uncomfortable. So that's why I say I understand why I am part of the people who are called shamans. I get it. I really get it. And I only learned it when I was at the bottom of the barrel. And I had to look up and say, God, my source, my energy, from the bottom of the barrel, where do I go? How do I get up again? You can
what I'm avoiding.
You can only tap into your source when you are on solid ground. What I mean means when there is silence in your aura, when you are alone, when people have left. You know why people have enemies and why people have they can't reach their source inside is because there's too much noise. When there's too much noise, you are crowded. You can't hear anything. When they leave you and they abandon you and they say, this one, there's nothing we can get from this person. This person is depleted. Your life is over. When they start saying that, that's where you sit down and call upon those who gave you what they took before. Do you hear me? You call upon the person or the source of energy that had given you what they had seen before in you. This thing that they have depleted now. Because remember, when people come to you, when you attract people, it's because they see light.
I just want to add quickly. I just want to add what you are saying quickly there. You see, when you are doing well, by the way, like.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And as people are coming to you, not everyone is actually inspired by that light. Some people are actually looking for the switch.
Yeah, they're looking for the switch. So, so when you are still hot, and you are flourishing, and people see the light, and they see the glory, and they see the abundance, and they see the prosperity, they come flocking, and they take that energy. They take in different forms. They take it sexually. They take it emotionally. They take your belongings in the house. They steal things from you. They extort from you, and they take your wisdom from you. And then you are left with nothing. And things start turning bad because they have they've taken the source. They have drained your energy. That's why sometimes when you meet people or when you're with the person, it's either when you leave their presence, you're like, yo, I love being with that person because, yo, they've got good energy. And then there are people where you say, hey, I don't want to be that person with that person because all the time when I leave, I'm stressed, I'm depressed. Hey, you know, you feel that with people, you feel it. And sometimes other people, you miss them because you miss their energy. You miss their source of life, their source of, when I'm with that person, I'm happy, I'm excited, I've got ideas, I've got this, I've got that. Yeah. But when they have taken all of that, you go back to your source and say, how can I refill what they have taken? And now that's where you need to be specific with your words. That those who have taken, may they not return to take. And those who seek wisdom, those who seek wisdom within me, may they hear it when they are in my presence. And those who came to switch off the light, may they not find me in the spiritual realm when they are looking for me. That's why wisdom, when you're growing up, is important. You need to listen to your elders. You need to be observant to nature as it changes. But because you are at a party every weekend, you are not centered. You will not hear. You will not see the world change right in front of you. Because you are busy. You are busy. And when you are busy, it's so difficult to even see the miracles happening in front of you. It is so difficult for you to witness spiritual interventions happening at that precise time because you are busy. That's why I don't go to parties. Not that I don't party here at home, I do, but I choose a time so that I don't miss the changes that are supposed to happen in my life that will direct me into the right place. Because when I'm out with people, people are always watching me, and I'm unable to be truthful to who I am in the moment. Because I know that you are watching me because you want something from me. You are watching me because you fear what I have. That's why you're watching. You are watching me because you want to take, you want to take away my light because that's what you need in your life. You understand? There are souls that are walking around seeking then another source of energy because they are depleted. Souls, human beings that are moving around seeking for the light that shines brighter than they are so they can take from that. So that's why when people have great ideas, you sit at home and you have a great idea. And in that moment, you go tell someone. 2 weeks down the line, that someone announces the idea as if it was their idea.
All of a sudden.
And there you are sitting asking yourself, shit, I should have done it. But you were
sometimes
not
it doesn't even happen like whatever. Another reason, maybe there was an investor. That investor doesn't want to pay anymore. Doesn't want to give you anymore. The money because he told someone.
Because people also don't listen to this thing. And they rely on outside sources to come help them. The minute when something wrong happens, they run to this one, they run to that one, they run. The answers to your problem, most of the time, are minutes away from the actual problem. So the problem can happen now, and the answer could be 10 minutes away. But because you are impatient, you ran to somebody else who saw what was coming, and they took it from you. They took it from you. You left your sanctuary and tempered with other spirits outside that saw that you are panicking and they saw that you are desperate, knowing very well that the answer is on its way. So you delayed yourself from receiving because you took a path that was not yours. You went to the wrong source of energy, seeking for guidance that was 10 minutes away. You made it worse. So when things go wrong, keep quiet and sit in silence and ask to see when these things happen. Because I'm not against traditional healers. I'm not against spiritual prophecies, and I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, give yourself a chance to listen to your energy before you start tampering with other energies. Give yourself a chance, because we are all born with an inherent sense of vibration.
Yeah.
And those who know themselves, who listen to the silence, they usually witness the greatest miracles because they ask for the veil to be removed. Same thing. God says, knock, you will, they will open the door, right? What do you do when you're in a panic? You call, hey, my friend, this is happening. Hey, I don't know what to do. You go, you take your car, you drive to prophecy so-and-so, whoever so-and-so.
Yeah.
They look at you and say, so what do you want me to do? And you're like, oh, I want a solution very quickly. They're like, okay, this is my solution. But my solution will need consistent reinvention. So every 6 weeks, you will go steam, utapeta, utakapa. You will every now and then, because it's not consistent and it doesn't come in abundance. Whereas,
and they tell you also, if you can stop, or if you don't come back here anymore, that's why something, since you didn't go to church 2 times, 3 times, you have to go. So me, I'm fighting about that, but we will talk about, we can continue. I'm just having personal issues myself with a place where you need to always keep on. If this thing, you don't do this, this will happen, and then if you can stop, you will see something. This is a trap. That's what I'm saying. Those are things that are in the lower dimensions that are not okay.
When you start tampering with energies, you have to be willing to be in the same energy realm as they are. So, if, for example, you go into the 4th dimension, remember humans are on the 1st dimension. If you move from the 1, 2, and 3, and you get to 4, and you have not acknowledged that in that action you have traded, you belong to dual dimensions. So when you belong to dual dimensions, your existence on earth is limited because you have fast forwarded your physical experience in life. So if you were going to be given 60 years to live, you have subtracted some years from your life because you have moved into a space where your spirit does not have this frequency to exist. Do you understand? We are humans. That's why and I don't want to quote the Bible because I read a lot of different scriptures. What I mean scriptures is different literature spaces, right? But people who are able to move from one realm to the next, for an example, in the people who practice extreme yoga, they're able to float.
Extreme.
Yeah.
What is it again?
So people who practice extreme yoga,
Okay.
They are able to float,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you have seen those yogis who are able to float, right?
My own guru, he
Yeah.
levitates, yeah.
Yeah. When you meet those people, they will tell you, you cannot be in the same space with them without having maybe like, I don't know what the exact days you need of cleansing before you get into that space. It could be, yeah, they will tell you that you can't come into the space until you have completed maybe 30 days or 40 days of fasting and prayer.
You will not even see them.
Yeah, you don't even see them because they separate themselves from the normal realm of human existence. Yeah, they separate themselves. They are one with nature and energy and other sources of existences that you are not accustomed to. Not that you cannot be the same as them, you can learn, but they have done it so over time that their energy already is not one with the human, a normal human. Even you will see their skin is different. What they eat is different. The water they drink is different compared to your water. You know, the people they interact with is different. It's not everyday people, because our everyday people, our energy source, our energy sources changes in minutes all the time. Because 5 minutes you're at a taxi rank, 5 minutes you're at a church, 5 minutes you're at the hospital, 5 minutes you're there. Different energies at any given time. And they stay in the purest spiritual realm. Purest.
Yeah.
So young people, when it comes to this conversation of spirituality and tampering with the spiritual realm, they find it funny and weird because, number one, they don't practice spirituality. They don't have time for it. What they do, they say, "Our Father who art in heaven" for 5 seconds and they're done. That's the only time they acknowledge spirituality. Number two, they don't teach themselves to calm the spirits down. Because your spirit can go high. It can go very high and can get very low. You must teach yourself to rise the energy, put it lower, and protect it. That's why for me, when people attack me online and what, I'd never respond. I don't. Because I don't know your source of energy. I don't know your intention. I don't know who you call upon when you're calling my name. And if I respond, I'll be one with what you have called me with.
Sure.
Do you get me? And people will say, "No, you're arrogant, you are this." I'm not. I know where I extract my source of energy. And my response to your energy is different. So we will end up fighting online and you don't even understand what the fight is about. Because when you called my name in your, whether it's an open letter or it's a video or whatever, when you called my name, your spiritual vibration was not one with me. So you called to destroy the energy that I had put out. That's what you were doing, right? So I've learned not to respond. I've learned not to confront people, because when I have spoken about something, it comes from a very deep place. And you responding to me, it's either you'll be very angry, or you'll be very confused, or you will
You'll take it
listen
personal.
and you would or it will hit the wrong spaces. And for other people, they easily understand because the message was for them. They don't need to argue with the message. They easily understand. So if people learned learned the feeling of, teach yourself to feel vibrations. Teach yourself to feel vibrations, because it's something you can teach yourself. Teach yourself to hear and remember your dreams. So the problem is when people sleep at night, they don't tell their bodies it's time to rest. They go to bed with their phone and the TV on and the radio and the what. Everything has a frequency.
Yeah.
That's why people can't sleep at night. It's because all the frequencies are on and the noises are still on. When I sleep, I put my phone on flight mode. I switch off everything that has an electrical vibration. Yeah. Everything that has an electrical vibration, because it hinders my brain.
Definitely. Yeah.
And then I go to bed and then I tell my body it's time to rest. And in that moment, I start visualizing peace. I start visualizing water. I start visualizing tranquility. I start calling upon the angels that guide my spirit. And I tell them to take me where I'm supposed to go. Then you're able to dream, prophesy for yourself.
Even lucid dreaming. That is where lucid dreaming comes in.
Yes. So when things come and attack you, they don't find you in that frequency that they left you in. You understand? Your frequency has left your physical body. So they come attacking your body, you are not there. Because you've told your mind where to go. You understand? You've told your mind where to go. So when you wake up from your dream or when you wake up from your sleep, it's easy to recall where your mind went.
Okay, yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, I can see we are doing something similar. And also, this is funny because of what you're talking about, the things that I do in another level as well. But I'm not sure
you
also.
You just told me that we share the same birthday. The 3rd of March is my birthday.
Come again?
The 3rd of March is my birthday.
Amen.
No, I'm serious. I've got my passport here. I'm going to show you just the 3rd of March.
So we are sharing a birthday.
Yeah.
Amen. Isis. Okay.
Look, just look at the birthday. Can you see the birthday? It's 3-3, guys.
03.
Yeah, it's 0303. Oh, it's easy if I can do this.
That's why I like to do this. People like to ask why I like to do this. It's
look. Can you see? 303.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, 3.
Yeah, 3. So I always say for you to be aligned.
No one.
The 3rd of March. Yeah. So when you wake up and you don't understand the dream, or you remember.
Yeah, even Malema. That is why he's outspoken. He's speaking about Google.
Yeah, he's same birthday. We share the same birthday. When you wake up, never look at your phone. The first 30 minutes, never look at your phone when you wake up. Feel the air around you, number 1. Lie on your back, open your eyes, and feel the air around you.
Yeah.
Number 2, listen to the automatic reaction to life. So if that day the feeling is, oh, sure, I feel good today. Oh, I feel healthier. Oh, I feel stronger. Oh, it feels like calm and peace. Then you tell your body where it should take you. Before you start looking at social media and what, you tell your spirit, wake up and come back to wake up and come into this realm.
The first thought, that will determine the whole day.
The first thought. Because the reason why people go through life in such a panic, it's because your soul left you when you were sleeping. When it comes back, your body is already moving in 10 different directions. it cannot settle. It needs at least 10, 15 minutes to settle.
Yeah.
Already, you are reading bad news. You're watching the news. You're listening to bad news.
Hey, man,
When
it's
it
like
comes back, yeah, when it comes back to you, and you're like, hey, you know that?
Yeah, that's what I'm teaching.
Yeah, you're confused. And you're in a panic. And you're looking at the time. Yo, I'm late. I didn't eat. I didn't.
Oh,
No.
lady, this place.
It's because your soul was away and the body left. When it had to come back, your physical body was already roaming around. So it cannot align. And it cannot teach you what it received from where it went. Because your body was gone. That's why you get other people who are like, hey, give me 10 minutes. I can't. Give me 10 minutes before I wake up. Like, I can't understand what's going on. Just don't talk to me for the first 30 minutes while I just wake up. You know? It's because the disorientation, it's the disalignment. You're not there. That's why when I wake up, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want you to ask me if I want breakfast or tea or what. Let me get into my soul and move my body around and adjust my spirit. Then I can respond to you. That's why people are like, whether you're not a morning person, you're not a what person. It's because it's not that. It's because when the spirit left, it needed adjustment. So people are like, you grumpy when in the morning? No, you're not grumpy. Your spirit needs alignment. So that's why you see them. You see them more after they have coffee. It's not the coffee. It's not the tea. It's not. It's not. It's that spiritual alignment. It's your body and soul coming back to one. That's why.
And again, another thing that makes people to forget their dreams is this thing of just waking up. When you start waking. You are right. So, and then you're going to forget your dream. Definitely, if you wake up already sleep or something, you're rushing. Definitely, you're going to forget your dreams. That thing is a problem. You must sit. And that 10 minutes, I like it.
Yeah,
10
minutes. You need to give your body 10 minutes to reconnect with your soul. Number one, to remember your dreams. That's the perfect time to remember your dreams so that you know where you're supposed to go in life. Because sometimes your dreams are prophecies. So you need to listen. Number two, it's to calm your spirit so that you don't falter in the day.
Yeah.
Because some things are warnings. And because you are busy, you didn't see the warning. Some things are warnings. And the last thing, your physical being, your skin, changes when your spirit is not aligned. Some people, they become dark as if they are sick. Some people become pale. Some people become physically sick when their spirit is sick. So that's why there's this thing, I've got depression, I'm sad, I'm this, I'm that. It's because you're not aligned with what's inside. And sometimes your spirit leaves you to wander. That's why other people are like, I had a spiritual awakening. I had an epiphany. I had an aha moment. The aha moment happens when your body and soul click and you're like, whoa, I didn't know that about myself. You get me? Yeah. So you see people saying they're going for cleansing and whatever. Cleansing is great. Do it. I like it. I also do it. Mina, I know I'm a water baby. That's what they put it, right? When I am sick of any kind, the first thing the elders will say is take her to the beach. Put her in salt water. Don't give her medication. Don't give her any other form. Put her in salt water. I don't drink pills of any kind. I don't. The first thing I always look at is my star sign. My star sign is a Pisces. And I know a lot of Christians don't believe in star signs or whatever. I take information that works from my energy. When I'm sick, I need seawater, dark or blue. And when I have not, like now, we all were in lockdown, so we couldn't go to the beach. The first thing I did when they lifted lockdown was to go to the water. Because I know that is the purest form and the harshest form of existence. It's the purest and the harshest. Because seawater has its own uncalculated vibration. Yeah, it has its own uncalculated vibration. When you get to the beach in the morning and in the evening, there are things you will feel that nobody can explain to you. That's why other people fear water so much. Because when you're standing on the cliff and you're watching the sea, it's either it will speak to you and it will be calm when you arrive. In the morning, around 5 o'clock, stand there. The waves will come at you. But now this is for a person who's aligned with their spirit. You get to the water and you stand there on a cliff. You don't stand on the sand. You stand next to the rocks where other living organisms are. Like where there are crabs and shellfish and where other living organisms are. You stand there and you keep your peace. You keep quiet and you listen. You listen to the air, the humidity, like the precipitation in the air, how it feels on your skin. You feel your feet, what happens to your feet. You feel the energy coming towards you. Other people will run away and say, yo, I'm scared. It's because of that energy that comes from the water. Sometimes you will see a calm and it will make you calm. But once you start getting scared, the water will rise in front of you. You will see it rise as the time passes because remember in the morning the water is calm, 6, 7, the tide rises.
Yeah.
But calculate the 5 minutes you are standing there, how the water responds.
Definitely.
Yeah. Calculate the time you're there and how the water responds to you.
Me even, I see it shining.
Yeah. You see sparkles. You see animals revealing themselves to you. Look closer. You look at the water at the bottom. You see animals revealing themselves. You see fishes coming up to the water as if they're greeting you. You look at them pass. You look at them pass. You acknowledge them. You look there. You look down. You look at how far the water is coming towards you. You speak to it and acknowledge it. Sometimes when I am at my happiest, I go and sit there and talk. Because remember, when they say humans turn back into ash when you die, it's the same thing with the water. The same thing, because there are other people who believe in the source of water. And water has a healing power that people don't even understand. If you have an injury, for an example, like you had an operation on an injury, and you take seawater and bath with it, that wound will heal so quickly, you will not even understand. You will not even understand. When I start having pimples and whatever, I go and bath with seawater. And it cleans out everything so quickly. But you must be aligned with the energy. You must speak to the water. Simple. The question, can that be done in artificial beach? No. And you can hear as well. Artificial is fake. You can't, it's another source of energy.
Yeah.
You must do it with original sea water. Original sea water heals a lot of things. It cleanses you You don't even need anything extra. It cleanses you. It heals you. You can even other people drink a very small portion to clean. A very small portion. You take maybe 2 tablespoons, put it in, dilute it in normal water, and drink it, and it'll clean you. It's the best. It's the best laxative. If you need to clean your system, you drink a little bit. What if you always feel dizzy around the seawater? It's the energy. It's really the energy. Some people are earthly, so they are okay in the mountains. Other people are okay in the water.
Elements. I think people must know the elements. We've got 4 elements.
Yeah.
Water, fire, earth, air.
Exactly.
And of course, the ether, the 5th one.
Yeah. Some people are okay in the mountains. Other people only connect to air. Other people connect to water. And my energy source is water. If I'm in the water, I will never get sick. I will not drown.
No matter what.
I will not feel disorientated. I will not feel sick. I never have seasickness. I never have seasickness. Whether I'm in a small boat or a big boat, or I'm standing in the water, I never have it. Because my source of energy comes from that.
Yeah. I knew this question will come because of usually I know that in church it is taught that there at the waters is actually marine spirits and people must stay away from the waters and everything. So people must understand that even in water, just like on earth, there are different kingdoms, different things that are happening in water. I can see that world on its own there. So we are not going there for marine spirit. I think if you were listening to what Jackie was saying, we are there to connect with our element, connect with nature. Because it is when you are connected to the element that you start to even, it's like you're reviving your energy. If anything, is where you can revive yourself now. So we are not there to consult or to talk with any spirit or to,
what is your take on marine spirits? Guys, like any other
you find people like ukuthwala. It's people who go to the waters and they start talking things. When they come back, they come with this spirit called the Inzuza spirits. And
guys, what is your take on marine spirits? Every source of energy has its own animals. Yeah, or atoms. There's things in the water that you can't see with your naked eye and that you are not even supposed to experience. There are things on land that you will not see with your naked eye. There are things above us that you will not see with your naked eye. Can ordinary tap water in a glass jug be used for manifesting? It's what you believe. It's what you believe.
Just to also interject, there's someone called Masaru Emoto. I don't know if you know Jackie. Masaru Emoto, the Japanese guy, unfortunately passed away. You know, that guy, he was proving to people, I'm sure you know what he did. He could even prove that water has emotion, water has feelings. So he can put the other water, 2 waters. This water, he can talk to it. You are bad, you are bad, you are bad. This one says you are good, you are good, you are good. In 7 days, you check the water, you see that the other one is bad. So the other one, where he was talking. So water also, just like even food, this also take energy. So the one who's cooking the food for you, if he has negative energies, that is where praying for food comes in next time. Because praying for food was always to take away the negative vibration that whoever was preparing this food is negative minded, is not good. That thing we are taking it away. So even water, you can do so, because water, if I can say this water, as I'm drinking it, it's blessing me, it's healing my organs, it's healing my cancer cells. That thing, I told it what to do. I programmed it what to do in my life or in my body. And by the way, human beings, remember, we are water ourselves. So if anything, we are one of the people who can take in any programs. That is why this thing of parents telling kids that you are stupid, you are killing children, because of their programming them. And it happens just like that. So the other spotted people, yes, it's possible, but as we are talking of it at a higher existence.
Yeah.
So you get it.
Is there another question?
Let's take another question. I want to ask because you don't have to go.
Yeah, contact them. Okay, please save it. Okay.
Let's save it. Let's save the question
Yeah.
because it's counting down again. Okay, I think, Jackie, thank you so much again. I was not aware that we are sharing a birthday, me and you. Everything makes sense because we are both water elements.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if you can get a chance and find what is called a Vedic astrologer, he will tell you that you have a Jupiter ascendant, but that is very, very deep as well. And Jupiter is one of the planets that are guiding people like us to start speaking and exposing things. So you must just go deep onto that. I'll give you that as a homework for me to you. So we'll chat via inbox. So I think how we can close it though.
Yes, we can. We can. Thank you guys for listening and for watching.
Shaya,